소리가 어떤지? 소리 사운드 조금 내릴까요? 됐나? 다시 시작할게요. 호수 가장자리. 띠용? 준비됐어 셀리? 알아서 한국어로 되네? 왜? 사스 셀리가 있어? 아호수님 그림올리 지금 7분 30초째 써있기만 했어. 그냥 확인한 거야. 지도는 있어? 있긴 한데 텅 빈 지도라고? 사건 파일은 읽었어. 어떻게 생각해? 아직 모르겠어. 정보가 많지는 않아. 너는 읽었어? 사건 현장으로 올라가는 길에 읽을게. 추리 및 퍼즐. 사건 파일. 살인 피해자 프레야 펠로우 19세. 플로라 펠로우의 초상화를 그리는 도중 사망. 장소 플로라의 탑. 플로라는 현장에서 초상화 모델로 포즈를 취하고 있다. 야 뭐야 소리가 안 나는데 왜 아무도 말해줬어? 탑. 플로라는 현장에서 초상화 모델로 포즈를 취하고 있다. 프레야 펠로우는 등을 바닥에 대고 쓰러진 채 발견됐으며 가슴에 단 하나의 자상을 입은 상태였다. 현장에선 어떠한 무기도 발견되지 않았지만 프레야가 끝내지 못한 그림 속 주인공은 칼을 들고 있었다. 내가 여기로 가야 되나 이거? 등을 바닥에 대고 쓰러졌고 가슴에 단 하나의 자상을 입었다. 현장에서 어떠한 무기도 발견되지 않았고 플레이가 끝내지 못한 그림 속 주인공은 칼을 들고 있었다. 칼 끝이 빨간색은 물감이 아니다. 피인 것으로 확인했다. 얘가 프레야야. 프레야. 종이에 그려진 약간 개인적인 탐정 아닐까요? 탐정 수사 뭐 그런 거 아닐까요? 종이에 그려진 작은 그림 뒤에 메모가 적혀있다. 이곳은 현재 탱글타워라고 불리지만 하단부의 저택에 연결된 두 개의 탑이 있을 뿐이다. 원형의 호수에 둘러싸여 있다. 호수물은 이상한 색이다. 호수는 깎아지른 듯한 절벽에 둘러싸여 있다. 호수물은 이상한 색이다. 둘러싸여 있다. 절벽은 너무나 가파르고 매끄러워 오를 수 없다. 탱글타워에는 현재 두 가문이 거주한다. 펠로우 가문과 포인터 가문. 그럼 펠로우 가문이 지금 죽은 거고 포인터 가문이 지금 여기 두 개의 가문이 존재한다는 거야? 살인 피해자 이게 끝이야?
What a comforting thought.
That's the only way on.
What a comforting thought.
선물
But where often it rains
여긴
here.
얼마나 자주 비가
I
내릴까?
cannot believe how exciting this murder investigation is
아
already.
비가 많이 와서 힘들다는 거야.
So, who do you think did
그래서
it?
누구 짓인 것 같아?
Sally, you know full well we haven't met. We haven't even been to the crime scene.
북한에
Still,
가보지 나왔다고.
I reckon I've got it all worked out.
또 한 명도 안 맞는데 알지?
So, who do you think did it?
Sally, you know full well.
영어
we haven't been to the
플로그 영어로.
It's a garden. I
여기
think.
정원이야.
It's current.
We could
여기서 멀어.
walk closer to it.
가까이 가도 되지
Ready
않을까?
when you are.
네 마음대로.
The grounds are often it rains here.
I cannot believe how
아
exciting.
뭐야 졸라 너무
The
빨리
ground's
넘어가.
moist, but it's not muddy.
I cannot believe how exciting.
비가 일단 많이 오는 환경?
It's a garden. I think.
We could.
Ready when you are.
아 이거 누르면 왔다 갔다 할 수 있는 거야? 아 이거 누르면 왔다 갔다 할 수 있네. 아니 왜? 정원. 아 이렇게
It's a statue
추리하는
of
건가 봐요.
hideous, scaly, bipedal fish
조각상인데
monster
흉측하고 비늘로 뒤덮인 두 발로 걷는 괴물.
Playing a harp.
playing a harp.
하프를 켜고 있어.
Hang on a second.
자세히 봐봐.
This.
뭐야? 이거
Something tells
퍼즐이네?
me we're not gonna solve this
아직
just
이걸
yet.
풀 수 없다.
Looks like he's playing a
You're some
semi-grand.
kind of harp expert, Sally.
Did you not know? I had a harp when I was a kid.
나 어렸을 때
A little
하고 있었어.
handheld one, only 8 strings.
Liar.
It's the truth, I
리라야.
swear. Looks like he's playing
허당교네.
a semi-grand.
You're some
Did you
kind
not
of
know?
liar.
It's the truth, I swear. Looks like he's playing a semi-grand pedal.
이거 자꾸 말하는 거 짜증나.
Did you
You're
know
some
it's the
아,
truth? I
똑같은
swear.
거면은 또 말하지 말라고. 조작법이 아직 익숙하지 않아서 잠시만요.
Let's come back later. It must do something.
배경?
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
어떤 정도야? 큰 하프를 들고 있는 낡고 풍화된 양서류 동상. 하프의 기둥 내부분에 기호가 새어 숨겨져 있다. 게임 그만 시작했어요. 아직 아무것도 안 했어.
What do you think
으스스한데
it's for?
I think it's
이건
to
뭐
scare
같아?
away detectives.
함정들에게 겁을 줘서 쫓아내려는 걸 거야.
Is it working?
No. It's quiet.
조용해.
You're supposed to say
너무
too
조용하다.
quiet.
It's not. It's an appropriate amount of quiet. It's a bandstand.
연주
It's
무대.
small for a bandstand.
It's a one-man bandstand.
A bench of solid cold stone.
돌로
My
된 벤치야.
favorite kind.
알네
It's a
알린데.
stone carving.
돌조각
Wonder how it
상이야.
got cracked.
I think it's supposed to look like that. It's an egg.
What animal is that?
Hawk.
매,
Bear.
곰,
Lizard.
뱀. 합쳐놓은
Right,
거야?
of course. A hawk bear lizard.
매곰도 봐. 미친.
It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed
It's not. It's an appropriate amount of quiet.
저거 풀어야 되는 건가? 이거 가는 거야? 그냥 갈 수 있네? 정문. 오가 없다.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
오.
there's an O on the floor.
바닥에 오자가 있어.
Oh yeah. Tangle tour.
투월.
Twir.
투월이 뜻이 뭐야?
Should we ring the doorbell?
초인종을 눌러야 하나?
Why would we not?
안 그럴 리
It's a
있어.
little melody.
멜로디가 짧네?
A path leading towards the stone square.
쪽강당으로 이어지는 이거.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
못 줍는데?
Twir. Which one do you think came first?
뭐가 먼저
The
있을 것
tree or
같아?
the
나무
house?
집? 아, 나무랑 집.
Age-old question.
한번 가볼까요? 이거 알은
Do you
뭐지?
think he'll start to move if we try
저
to go
동상이
inside?
움직일까?
No, I think he'll just silently judge us.
Don't think it's locked.
Oh, that means we can just walk straight in, right?
I'm pretty sure that's the rule, yeah. Don't think it's locked. I'm pretty sure that's the rule, yeah.
자, 여기가 아니고요. 여기는
Let's
아까
head to
그
the crime scene. It's at
연결된
the top of the west
아,
tower.
습관이부터 뭐죠? 서쪽 탑 꼭대기. 서쪽이면 왼쪽이지. 그랜드홀.
Sally, check those plants
저
for clues.
식물에 단서가 있나 봐봐.
Is soil a clue?
Now, it's a big
큰
glass
유리관인데
tube
물로 가득 차
filled with
있어.
water. It's an
There we-
aquarium.
Could be. Except there's nothing living in it.
아, 근데 지금 이거
anymore.
눌러보는 게 의미가 있나서 빨리 서쪽 탑이나 가볼까요? 서쪽 탑.
Let's head to the crime scene. It's at the top of the west tower.
서쪽 왼쪽 아니야?
Let's head to the crime scene. It's at the top of the west tower.
아, 뭐 얻어야 돼?
Let's head to the crime scene. It's at the top of the west tower.
꼭대기 못 가는데?
Let's
아,
head to the crime scene. It's
아닌데?
at the top of the west tower, I think.
아이용. 안
Let's
눌러줘.
head to the crime scene. It's at the top of the west tower. Let's head to the crime scene. It's at the top of the west tower. Let's head to the crime scene. It's at the top of the west tower.
아. 옆에 올리는 게 있구나. 미안. 플로라의 탑. 여기 이게 피 묻은 그
There
그림
it
아니야?
is.
바로 이거군.
The unfinished portrait of
플로라
Flora Fellow.
펠로우의 초상화.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it.
Looks that way.
그런 거 같아. 플레아는 그림을 끝내지 못했다. 플로라는 칼을 들고 있는 것처럼 보인다. 그 끝에 있는 빨간 물질은 피인 걸로 확인했다.
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this
모두 다
creepy.
이렇게 섬뜩할까?
Maybe it's just because she never
그림을
got to
제대로
finish it.
끝내지 않아서 그런
There's
걸지도
something wrong with the
모르지만
crime scene.
이
And
사건에는
something
분명 뭔가
really
있다.
weird about the murder
살인
weapon.
무기에도 정말
We
이상한 점이
didn't
있다.
find a murder weapon.
우린 아직 살인 무기 찾지도 못했거든. 아, 이거 맞추는 거야? 지금 이걸 어떻게 알아? 아직 뭐 추리한 것도 없는데.
That's not a complete. We still need to choose two straight thoughts.
아니 아직 내가 이걸 어떻게 알아? 뒤로 가기 안 돼? 아, 내가 어디로 가야 되지 이 게임? 아 지금 상황에서 수상한 점을 지적해보자고? 플로라의 초상화. 아, 칼을 들고 있으며 그 끝에 묻은 피. 야 이거 문장 서순이 그건 것 같은데? 그 서순이 그 외국식인 것 같은데? 그 뭐뭐가 뭐뭐를 했다.
Blood is holding a knife tipped with Flora's portrait
Huh?
because it stabbed Freya. Nope.
안 통해?
Blood is holding a knife tipped with Flora's portrait, but it was removed from the scene. That's not right.
아, 그럼 여기 그림을 그렸으면 물감붓에 피가 묻었어야 되지 않나?
Blood is holding a knife tipped with a paintbrush, but it was removed from the scene. That's not right either.
빨간 물감이라고?
Red paint is holding a knife tipped with a paintbrush, but it was removed from the scene.
아니야, 저거 여기 묻은 거
That's
피라고
not
했어.
right.
여기 묻은 거 피라고 했어. 여기 끝에 붙은 거. 얘는 근데 그림 그리라고 했는데. 그 물감 붓인가?
That's not right either. Blood was used to kill a paintbrush. That's not right either.
아, 이거 근데 외국식이라서 뭔 소린지 모르겠다.
Blood is completely covered in Flora's portrait because it stabbed Freya. That's not right either.
서순 또 있나?
Flora's portrait is completely covered in blood because it stabbed Freya. Almost.
근접하다는데? 하나만 바꿔보래.
Flora's portrait is completely covered. That's not right either. Flora's portrait. That's not right either.
아까 이거고.
Flora's portrait is
이거
holding a
맞아?
knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya.
What?
Weird, huh?
You think Freya was stabbed by a painting?
그림이라고?
Not by the woman from the painting, but
아,
by the
말도 안 되는
painting
소리야. 이런 거는
itself.
이렇게 혼란 유도하고
Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed.
절대 아니지.
There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Right, but it's not actually a knife. It can't stab.
See any other knives around here? Case closed.
The case is not closed. And even if you were right, where does that leave us? A painting can't be a murder suspect.
아, 돈도 많은 것 같은데 이런 엉터리 탐정한테 맡기나? 끝내지 못한 그림. 플로라의 탑. 플로라.
Flora.
펠로우. 야, 개 무서운데 이 언니?
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're...
We need to
찾아서
ask you a
미안해요.
few questions.
당신에게
I'm
드려야 할
afraid.
질문이 좀
Did you
있습니다.
witness the murder, Flora?
살인 사건을 목격했나요? 말 못하는 거 아니야?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now. Flora.
Hey,
아,
I'm sure.
이거 볼 수 있는 거구나.
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her.
For now.
본인.
Is there anything
우리에게
you'd
말하고
like to
싶은
tell
거
us,
없으니까,
Flora?
플로라? 말을 못하나 봐.
I don't really know anything about you at
당신에
all.
대해 아는
I
것이
think
하나도
that's the
없어요.
way she likes it.
지 딸이 죽은 거 아니야?
We'll
지
just
딸이
have to
죽은 거
ask
아닌가?
other people about her.
같은 가문 사람이 죽은
Yeah,
건가?
okay.
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
Was this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
특별한 게 있었나요?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
그녀와 대화했나요?
She's not going to
대답
answer
안
us,
할
is
것
she?
같지?
But at least we can say we tried.
진술.
Flora, you were definitely in the room
사건
at the
당시
time of the
확실한
murder.
예방이 있었죠. 당연히
Surely
뭔가 본
you
게
must have
있겠죠?
seen something?
몰라. 지 그림 그리다가 죽었는데 왜 말을 안 해줘?
Can you
몰라,
tell me
이해할 수 없다.
anything about what happened to
진짜
Freya?
실어증 환자 아니야? 실어증 환자인 것 같은데?
She's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
호.
Were you close with Freya?
허.
How are you two
야 이거
related?
진짜 실어증 아니야? 이거 녹음하기 귀찮아가지고 이거 성우 못
Did you
구해가지고
kill
실어증
Freya?
컷에 잡았네.
What? I don't even think she's listening.
Oh, she's listening.
Anything we should know? Any hobbies? Besides staring out the window?
와 뭐야?
Did you ask Freya to paint this? Or was it her idea?
What is that you're holding in the painting, Flora? Some people have been saying it's a knife.
칼이라고 하는데. 와. 개 짜증나. 와, 진짜 묵비권 행사하네. 범인이야
Freya's painting
뭐야?
supplies.
플레이의 미술용품. 요리통은 모두 한쪽으로 금이 가 있다.
Supposedly, Freya was working. It looks like she
그림을
was still
그리고
holding her
있었다.
paintbrush and palette when
물감부터
she
들고
fell.
있던 것처럼 같네.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
중간은 검은색이다. 물감부터 빨간 물감이 묻은 채 말라있다.
Is that a
수건?
I
gramophone?
think so.
다 금이 가
Except
있는데?
it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
레코드 대신에 카세트 테이프를 재생한다. 방 중앙을 향해 놓여져 있다. 다 금이 가 있어 왜?
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is.
분홍색인데?
Ink.
투 프레야. 프레야에게 아벨의 손으로 적은 메시지가 있다. 다 금이 갔어.
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone?
뭐야?
It's piano music.
피아노 음악이다. 짧게 재생되다 멈춘다. 오케이. 알.
Is that an egg?
알
An
아침에
egg
앞에도 있었는데.
with bird feet.
It's
아래
not
세
a
발이
completely
붙어있네.
ordinary object.
아
I
이것도
think it's a
퍼즐이네.
container for
무언가
something.
담는 통 같은데.
Those gems look like they
원석들이
come
떨어질
off.
것 같아. 뒤에 B의 단서를 모르면 R을 해석하라고.
Reset the puzzle.
아, 위치를 바꿔 똑같이 해줘야 되네. 여기 이렇게 된 게 여기가 이거. 그다음에 여기가 이거. 굵게 이렇게 연결된 게 짧은 쪽이 네모 큐빅. 그리고 여기가 요거. 그 다음에 이렇게 된 게 짧은 쪽이 그 세모. 생각과 전혀 다른 방법이었다고? 이거 맞다 아니야? 이거 맞는 거? 왜 님들 몰랐어요? 저만 똑똑한 거예요? 하하. 네모 위에 글? 아, 맞는 거 같은데? 이렇게 된 거 맞췄고, 이거 맞췄고, 여기 맞췄고, 여기 맞췄고, 여기 얇은 거 하나 둘 셋 얇은 거 어딨어? 여기 세모 이렇게 돼 있는 거는 짧은 쪽이 세모. 긴 쪽이 이거. 거의 다 맞춘 거 아닌가? 뭐 안 했지?
No, that was it.
Nice work.
됐다. 맞췄다. 선 맞춰서. 너 처음에 그런 줄 알았는데 뒤집어 보니까 똑같길래.
Did it unlock? What's in there?
뭐가 뭔지 모르겠다고? 나 다 풀 동안 모르겠다고? 뒤에 있는 거랑 똑같은데 뒤에 거는 회전된 거라서 뒤에 뒷면이랑 똑같이 놓으면 돼.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well,
아무것도?
I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg is a clue, right?
아무것도 없대. 잠금을 해제하면 알을 열 수 있다. 현재 비어 있다. 벨벳 소재로 되어 있다. 얘한테 좀 물어봅시다 이거. 이거랑. 걔 아무데도 안 해줄 것 같지. 근데 얘는 대답 하나도 안
Is
해줄
this
듯.
your gramophone?
당신 건가요?
Do you know why it's cracked?
아, 실업증 맞나봐.
This is. Why do you keep it locked?
Is there supposed to be something in there? Or is it always empty?
아, 개 답답해.
A
이
bunch of old
정도면
books covered in dust
실업증이다
now,
진짜.
but they look
Half the room is a
I
bit.
don't know if you can call it an open. It's more like the sudden absence of wall. It's so dark.
Somehow the sunlight.
이쪽이
doesn't-
햇빛이 안
The whole
든대.
room
Yeah,
is.
there might be a reason for that.
The outline of Freya fell out. There's a
뒤로
single
넘어졌다.
patch of blood. Right. in
That's
the-
weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the
그녀의 발은
canvas,
캔버스 바로 밑에 있어.
So?
so she was probably standing really
그녀는
close to the canvas when she
캔버스에
fell.
아주 가까웠다는 거지.
Let's check the case file again.
야, 플로라는 현장에서 초상화 모델로 포즈를 취하고 있었는데 뒤에 바닥을. 야, 그러면은 플로라가 범인 아니야? 야, 플로라는 어떻게 했는데? 어떻게 살았는데? 그거 살해도 할 동안?
Freya's painting supplies.
그래도 그러면 근데 범인 아닐 것 같긴 한데 너무 수상한데 대답도 안 하니까 개빡쳐. 얘가 그냥 현장에 있던 사람인데.
That's the only door in and out of the room.
It's also on the floor.
Sure is. Guessing it's not supposed to be down there.
딴 방 가보자. 작업장.
Sir?
저기요? 여기 다 아무 말도 안 해주는 거 아니야?
I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire.
Grimoire.
Good mysterious
아,
name.
말하네. 상당히
And rather
미스터리한
like
이름이고 마음에 드는데?
Felix Fellow at your beck
Felix
and
Fellow.
call.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
Well, I must say I'm rather
당신 둘이
jealous
참
of you two.
부럽구만.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places,
그라가스인데?
uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Generally
어,
speaking, you know.
성격이
that sort of
그라가스인데?
thing.
So, Felix, what exactly do you
하는 일이 뭐죠?
do?
Is it not obvious?
난
I'm an
탐험가요.
explorer
보물
slash
사냥꾼이.
treasure hunter.
호언증
Yes,
있는데요?
well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues.
저주받은
Spike
소와
pits.
싸움 못 받는 거 같은 건가요?
It's a little more
이
sophisticated.
집을
than
탐험하는 거
that.
아니야?
But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And,
Bingo.
if I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live
이상한
here
사람이
with
너무
your wife
많아.
and daughter?
Yes, well, the fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is,
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They
피오나와
the
플로라.
greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Why on
왜 이상한
earth
사람들이 많아,
would you want to know
이 집에?
about that?
그런 거 왜
The
알고
murder
싶어
of
하는
Freya
거지?
Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help, but I wish you all the
다들
best in
침묵하는
your
건가?
investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
진행 중인 플로라.
Your room is quite close to
말도
Flora's tower.
없는데요?
You didn't hear anything
플로라에 꽤
unusual?
가깝죠.
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
말해봐.
It was dusk.
황혼
A feeling
무렵이었어.
lingered
공기 중에
in
어떤
the air.
느낌이 있었지? 악이랄까?
Malevolent,
불확실한.
perhaps.
마치 삶 그 자체처럼.
Uncertain as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right. Fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs.
계단에 내려가는
Just
소리를 들었어.
outside
바로
my
내 방
room.
밖에서.
The footsteps were calm. Oh.
평온했고
So
정숙했다.
I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps.
공범 두 명인 거야,
going
범인이?
the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of
Poppy.
Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to
Poppy?
make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case.
피츠 방을
But it
봤는데
was empty,
방이 빈
as was
거였다.
the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope.
페넬로페.
She was
어,
heading
인물
up
되게
Fellow
많네.
Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora, too. of
플로라도
course.
당연히.
Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
어.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
왜 플로라 플레이어는 내가 필요하다고 하지?
Uncommonly skilled as an artist,
플레이어는 그 재능만 있는 게
Freya was so
아니었다.
much more than her talent. She
너무
helped me get
진행도가 느린
started
것
with my
같아.
own
답답하게 해,
painting, you know. It taught me
나만의
what she
그림을
knew
그리는 걸
about wood
도와줬다고.
carving.
게다가 자기가 알고 있는 목고에까지
Tremendous
알려줬지.
patience.
엄청난
She was
인내심을
ever so
가졌어.
good with dear Flora.
Freya and Flora were close?
Oh yes, especially recently.
How are you related to Freya?
Somewhat distantly, as it happens. My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather.
펠로우 경이
Technically,
플레이어의
that makes her a
할아버지다.
fellow. Let's just say there was some discussion over whether she ought to carry the name at all. There's a family tree in the grand hall.
족보가 있다고?
You should take a look at
와,
it.
구석
about
깊은
her
가문이네. 약간
inheritance?
귀족 가문
Freya's
그런 건가?
parents died when she was
그녀가
around
해달이랑
3
돌아가셨어.
years old. She came to live here shortly afterwards.
Nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no formal claim over anything at
어떠한 것이
탱글타워.
법적 소유권이 없다.
Dearest Flora.
플로라랑
a
사귀는 사이야?
remarkable
왜 자꾸
woman.
사랑한대?
Yes, been married over 20 years now.
You two still get on?
아, 결혼한
Of
사이야?
course.
20년
What a
된 거야?
question.
결혼한 지?
She hasn't gone quiet on you.
It's true she has an independent streak.
남편이었네.
Had it her whole life. She's the youngest of 3. Always something of a lone wolf, you know? Just the way she is.
Lone wolf is putting it lightly. She doesn't seem to want to talk to anyone.
She just likes time to herself.
다른
Away
인간을
from the
동반하지
company
않고
of
자신의
other
시간을 갖길 좋아한다.
Other humans?
well, yes, other people.
뭐야, 인간이 아닌 거야?
You're the one currently basking in his presence. You tell me.
Let's move on.
Looks like Freya's paints.
Do you know why the pots are cracked down one side?
왜
No,
물감들이
that's
한쪽만
very odd. They're normally in excellent condition.
You seem pretty sure about that.
It's unlike her to leave
붓에
paint
물감을
on the
묻힌 채로 두지
brush.
않는다.
I think we'll give her a pass, given the circumstances.
Ah, yes, so we shall. Flora's quite fond of that old thing. It's in poor shape, though.
Do you know what happened to it?
Can't say I do. That looks like it might belong to Poppy.
뽀피일 것이다.
Does Flora normally keep something in here?
She must do, but I admit
Why not just ask her?
모른다.
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away in a ceramic egg, it's because they don't want to be asked about it.
Rules to live by.
It would have been rather a shame Freya was unable.
Nothing about it seems...
Well, all these modern paintings are slightly strange. The
어디가
emotion
세상하지
of the
않죠?
piece taking over from, say, anatomical accuracy.
What about the knife?
너무
in
말이
Flora's
가.
eye?
그러니까 한
That's what you
사람한테 들을 수 있는 말이 너무 많은 것 같아. 이게 풀탐이 짧나? 이렇게
You
해가지고
don't?
수리가 금방 되는가?
As I was saying, Freya's hard to say exactly what we're looking at. Rather ugly. Years of wind and rain have not.
Do you know what it is?
It's connected to the
선생님은
Remington family
레밍턴과
history in
역사와
some way.
관련되는데
But I can't recall.
기억이 안 난다.
What's this?
It's my case file.
You mean to say you're bound by the limits of what's writ? Sounds dreadful.
I found it comforting.
Charming, isn't it? Yes. Built by the Remington family. Dear Flora's father and his...
But now it's owned by you? By the fellow family?
The Fellows and the Pointers have both
모두
come to
이것만
claim
해볼
her.
것
And who named it 탱글타워?
Flora chose the name.
플로라가
What does it
고른
mean?
이름이다.
I think it was her intention that it mean nothing at all. Something
From what?
This really isn't for me to say. After they moved away, Flora changed. I think perhaps she hoped it would make them feel unwelcome.
새 이름 때문에 거리감을 느껴서
Less likely to.
That's kind of
뭐지?
extreme.
Yes, it is rather, isn't it?
The entire room is.
Oh, it's not just made of wood. I think it's the actual hull of a ship.
A little
베인
hand
형태
painted
같아.
stuff.
Can you tell it's
Well,
him?
the
직접
paint's
칠한
alright, so
거예요.
I mean,
어떻게 알아?
no offense, but you can just tell.
이게 프레야가 죽은 거. 프레야가 알려준
Nice.
그건가 보다.
A real treasure chest.
선물배님 안녕하세요. 좋아 진짜
How do you know
보물상자라.
this
Why
treasure?
else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging door.
아,
What's
까야
the deal with
되나 봐.
that painting on the
Not
front
sure. We
door?
should check that treasure map too.
A는 이게 A고. 아, 뭐 세 번째는 에 있는 A가 이게 2번 아닐까요? 그러니까 XY 맞는 것 같은데 나도. 내 그림이 있는 게 이거랑 (4i라고) 아 이렇게 돼서 여기 이거 그런가 보다. 하나는 그럼 뭐야? 하나는 4i 이거면 위에 새가 너무 하나보기네 이거는. 하이엔 요게 남쪽이니까 6H6 같다고? H6 이거? 왜? 이게 앞에 있으니까 조금 더? 근데 이것도 그렇게 따지면 똑같은데? 아닌가? 해볼게.
Nothing.
Did you check the treasure map for clues? And what about that painting on the chest itself?
용이 왼쪽으로 살짝 앞이고 H6W?
There we go.
오!
What was in
오!
the box?
More wooden models. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
이거 플로라, 이거 프레야, 이거 그거 아니야? 펠로우. 부세는 빨간 물감에 말라붙어 있다. 빨간 물통과 부시 근처에 보인다.
Puffer?
Yes, it's
What?
also a lamp. For some reason.
That's a massive.
I hope so. The entire room?
Oh, it's not just. I think it's the actual hull.
It's a drinking horn.
Is it full of ale?
Right now, it's just full of. The entire room?
Oh, it's not just. It's the actual hull.
나가볼게요. 별로 내용 진행이 안 돼가지고. 뭐 어떻게 된 일인지 궁금하긴 한데 너무 대화로만 그리고 이루어져가지고.
That painting. Just
Why?
maybe Frey enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
사진이야. 그림을 찍은 사진. 검은색 잉크로 줄이 꺼져 있다.
It's Freya's bed. A little bit
It's a
messy.
perfectly healthy amount of messy.
And there's no natural
I
light.
like it.
Not the kind of lamp
Hell
I
no.
Cool.
없다.
Looks like old mining equipment or something.
That's weird.
What did you find in the drawers?
Nothing. They're completely
그러니까
empty.
너무 게임이
It's a
루즈하다고
little
해야 되나?
glass box.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See
아
the leaves and
궁금하긴
twigs
해.
in
나
there?
이런 거 좀 좋아하거든. 그러니까 이런 미스테리 추리 이런 거
Might
괜찮은데
have been for keeping
너무
insects.
대화가 많아. 약간 레이튼처럼 되게 좀 짧게 이렇게 하는 그런 템포면은 괜찮을 것 같은데 너무 템포가 길어요.
Freya's bear.
Looks pretty
He's
depressed.
had a rough couple of days.
A lot of these paintings.
How can you tell if they're finished?
Good point. Brushes.
They're clean, but they look pretty. Painting supplies.
딱히 볼
Freya's
거 없는
plants.
건가?
They must not need. It's a little wooden box.
To the casual observer. They're not real paintbrushes. Looks like they're part of
물감무시
some...
아니야. 진짜 물감무시 아니다. 퍼즐 맞춰서 하는 건가? 같은 색깔끼리 맞추는 건가? 아, 옮길 수 있고. 이건 맞는 것 같고요. 나 아까 맞았던 거 어디 있지? 아까 맞았던 거 이거였나? 아, 이거다. 여기랑 이건가? 아닌데? 다른 줄인가봐 이거. 아 여기다. 아 이렇게네. 됐다. 아니 퍼즐 만들기 어렵게 만들었다. 3개 눈금 3개? 눈금 3개. 이거는 옮길 수만 있고, 아 순서를 바꿀 수만 있네. 노란색 이게 초록색, 분홍색, 초록색, 이렇게 생긴 여기 이거 아니야? 파란색, 주황색, 초록색, 이렇게 넓적하게 생긴 거? 이렇게 생긴 건가? 아, 붓색이라고? 아, 이렇게? 아, 그럼 이렇게고 이렇게네. 잠깐만, 그럼 초록색 여기로 가야 되나? 됐나? 여기 이거랑 모양이랑 이거랑 높이 못 줄이는데? 이건 끝인 것 같은데?
Did you
아닌가?
find a hint? Looks like a ripped up jigsaw puzzle.
I did it. What do I win?
아,
Not bad.
아, 이 붓의 높이.
What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
큰 부분이 없다. 여기 누구 한 명 찍힌 건가?
Even though we're halfway, someone's been tracking in mud from outside.
벽대가 진흙을 붙어 왔다. 한번 물어볼까요?
My daughter Fiona and her best friend.
피오나와 야, 얘 프레야.
They grow up so fast.
Do you know why it's ripped like that?
Ah,
프레 아니야
yes.
죽은 애는?
I didn't even notice. No idea.
얘가 얘 딸이야? 피오나 얘야? 아 얘가 피오나야?
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
얘는 과학
Taking
미치가
all the
컨셉이구나.
environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still
이가
missing.
망했으면
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective.
지 엄마랑
and
또
I
닮았네.
need to talk.
신경만 쓰는 게.
You do not need to talk to me,
Oh no? How come?
because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks for letting me know.
Speaking of which,
perfect요.
you have now been at 탱글타워 for over 23 minutes.
탱글타워 온지 23분 지났어.
Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis.
야 말을 해줘야 하지. 니네 엄마 너네 엄마
Yeah, come on,
생각해봐라.
Grimoire, hurry up.
네가 5살
My
때
apologies.
궁금해가지고
Unfortunately,
이거 뭐야
protocol
물어봐도
dictates
대답
I
안 할
must
것
at
같은
least meet
놈이더만.
all the suspects, and that includes you. So,
이렇게 키우니까 지금
could
그렇게 된
you
거
tell me your
아니야.
name?
Fifi Fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator.
피피 펠로우? 얘 피오라 아니었어? 피피야? 뭐야? 미안 패드립 쳐서 미안. 너네 엄마 아니었어? 위에 있는 애 피오라 아니었어? 미안.
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of?
Correct. My father and mother
야
are
뭐야
named
피오라
Flora and
맞네.
Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
네가 어떻게 알아
Thanks
임마.
for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a micro something or other?
Microbiologist,
그런가
but
봐.
it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's
과학
that thing on your head?
천재였네.
Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing. What can you tell me
어제.
about the murder?
What can you tell me about? Wait, that's what
제가
I'm
당신에게
supposed to
물어봐야
ask.
질문이다.
Yes. However, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
소장입니다. 그런 얘기하시죠.
I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore
뽀삐가
me.
다른 계획을 잡았다는 걸 알았다. 아 그래서
So
기분이
what did you do
나빴구나.
instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
아
that.
귀엽긴 한데
Why?
삐삐.
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh, good.
I was in my room. The lights were off
불은
and the
꺼져
door
있고
was
문은
locked.
잠겨 있었다.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was
화장이
leaking.
지워져서
She
얼굴이
told me
엉망이었다.
Freya was dead.
프레야가 죽었다고
I
했다.
thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that sign even though you were
테스트.
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
뭐야 이거 사이코들이야? 이 집 가족들 다 사이코들이야?
Name: Freya Fellow, deceased. Understand this. Most people find me. They exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort. There it is.
사이코스다 이 새끼?
Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule,
모든 규칙에
is
예외가
not
될
at
줄
all like
알았다.
this. She is very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became 1. Increasingly independent, and 2. Increasingly isolated.
Do you know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion,
진정성
try
의견이 듣고
asking
싶다면
Poppy instead.
The three of you were friends.
나는 뭐 얘기 듣고 추리하고 이런 건 줄 알았는데 얘기만 졸라 들어. 말 졸라 많아 이 새끼들. 심지어 감정선도 이해가 안 돼. 감정선도 이해가 안 돼. 진짜 감정선 이해가 안 돼.
Felix Fellow, 8. Likes collecting objects of negligible monetary value and assigning them dislikes. The notes. Felix is my father and legal guardian.
And, is he
I have no point of comparison. But I would say,
No?
you asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I
둘 중
provided.
하나
What makes him a
몰라.
bad father, Fifi?
He has trouble expressing his emotions, and something of a willful detachment from reality.
Huh. Just like...
Grimoire.
궁금하긴 해. 어떻게
He
죽은
is quite
걸까?
correct.
이런 건 남들이 하는 걸 봐야 재밌는데 그냥 빨리 땡겨가지고 빨리 땡겨가지고 두두두두두 이렇게 유튜브 땡겨가지고 이렇게.
Name: Flora Fellow. Likes: unknown. Dislikes:
Isn't she your mother?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for
비언어적 소통을
interpreting
해석할 능력이
nonverbal
없어요.
communication.
And...
와 진짜 얘는 사이코인가
How has
봐.
Flora been... non-verbal?
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
아니 그
So
솔직히
what
말해서
happened to make
저도
her stop
레이팅 같은 거 하는 거
talking
좋아하거든요. 그건
She
좀 빠르다
suffered
템포가.
great loss.
이거 템포가 너무 느려. 뭔 개소리들만 하고 있어. 아니 수사에 좀 도움되는 걸 말해주면 모르겠는데 다 약간 사이코 같아 애들이.
Name: Fiona Fellow. Likes: the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes: the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority. Notes: kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead
피오라
as
지피라고
How
해달라고.
come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left 탱글타워 a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to
나랑
her?
흥미 있다고?
We share exactly one grandparent.
아니 그니까 그니까 뭔가 풀어가는 맛이 있는 게 아니고 뭔가 다 약간 지 하고 싶은 말만 한다 해야 되나?
The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to
거다.
my mother. And my mother often loaned it to Freya. Maybe it is the other.
When did it get
I
cracked?
cannot pinpoint. All I know is that it.
지난 이틀 사이에 일어났다. 추금기 금강계 지난 이틀 사이래. 그러면
She...
뭐야?
She...
왜 저래?
The red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added...
Or blood got on the brush and palette?
I do not know the answer. I believe Freya was attempting to communicate something.
Any idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry... As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever. This photograph is my favorite photograph.
So...
That was not me.
내가
Besides,
그런 게
it was
아니에요.
not a hat. It was only
안으로
a
찍은
third.
게 아니다. 3분의 1로 찍은 거지. 3명에 1명을 지운 것 같은데? 한 명 뭐지? 뽀삐인가?
It is a model of Freya, made by my father.
A model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
Why would my father make a model of Freya?
아빠가 왜 프레야를 만들었을까요? 그 피오라가 아니고.
It is a model of Freya.
And a man...
A wooden carving of my father, made by... Although, now that I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts without any red paint.
빨간 물감이 없다고?
A wooden carving of my... Although, I do not
아빠도
understand...
수상한데?
That belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of it. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the grand.
Yeah, what's the deal?
Some people just...
그냥 알을 좋아한다.
Freya is normally high, but in this painting, she is
플로라를
accidentally made
너무
Flora
오래
look quite
그렸다.
young.
I think she was just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is. I performed the test on the red paint myself. I discovered that
What made you want to test it?
it was Poppy. She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife. I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that just from looking at it once?
Of course. The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know, have you deciphered their meaning?
We're working.
We are.
뭔 소린지 모르겠어. 뭔 소린지 모르겠어.
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
침실이 열렸대. 피피의 방.
What's that big book?
Looks like something Fifi's been writing.
Is it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology.
What's that big
Looks
book?
like something
여기도
Fifi's been
뭐
writing.
퍼즐 있을 것
I
같은데.
hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology.
It looks like a microscope.
Can I touch it? I'm not sure this is a microscope.
치면은 또 커지는 건가? 아 플러스라고 돼 있네. 아 그럼 이거 빼고 다 봐야겠네. 이건 지금 여기겠네. 아닌가? 이거 작아지는 거야? 플러스면? 플러스가 하나 있는 게 더 좋은 건가? 됐나?
No, that was it.
Nice work. Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's... There's a book in here.
3개 들어있다. 비밀 일기다.
It's a bed.
Barely.
Fifi's got
What
something.
is all this?
고정해놨다.
Arrows connecting all
They're
the...
not labeled though.
Yeah, they're completely new. Is Fifi...
Maybe. Did you ever try that?
Is Fifi...
Maybe. Did you ever try that? Who is that?
No idea.
누구지?
Who's that?
Not sure. Who is that?
No idea.
지금 우리 본 사람이
Who's
얘가
that?
뽀삐.
Not sure.
얘랑
I think that's supposed to be Felix. Is that supposed to be me?
That's just the face you make when you're thinking. Does make you wonder though.
That's you, Sally.
What?
Sally.
I do not. Do I?
Who's that?
Not sure.
That's gotta be Flora.
플로라. 이렇게 하고 이렇게 뭐 약간 관계 있다 이건가?
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And Fifi herself. That's a whole lot of... That's a
피는
whole
당연히 자기가 용의자라고 생각 안
It's a bit.
했으니까 안 하고
Barely.
프레야는 죽었으니까 없는 거 아니야?
scientific probably. I'll openly admit I have no
Box of stuff. Box of stuff.
여기는 왜 안 열리지 이 방은?
Locked.
일로 가봐야 되는가? 음악실. 얘가 뽀삐다. 너 무섭게 생겼어 뽀삐.
Are you a ghost?
Sally!
unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but
실망시켜
I am
대상하고
alive.
넌 살아있습니다.
That makes you a
I
suspect.
know.
What's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a
뽀삐.
pointer. And a pianist.
포인터 가문 사람이다. 얘는 포인터
We'll need
가문이네.
to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice. I'm just me.
난
How
그냥
are you
나예요.
related to the
My
other?
father is Percival Pointer.
펄시벌
professor.
포인터.
Spends
교수님이다.
most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
You get on with the
Come on.
fellows?
Two of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We
피피와
all
프레야는
turned
친구다.
19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I
떠나기도
don't mean to
합니까?
be rude.
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question.
떠나고 싶다.
Fifi, Freya, and I would often argue about it. Freya wanted to leave.
프레야는
but
떠나고 싶어
Fifi
했다.
things are more
피피는
complicated.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer. 3.5
있기
hours
싫다.
of piano practice. Soon as I wake up. Same as always.
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I
이건 또
was
무슨
supposed to
방송일까님
meet Fifi in the
안녕하세요.
library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She
전혀
keeps the
추리가
door
안
locked
된다.
either way. So I went back
전혀
upstairs.
추리가 안 돼. 뭔 개소리인지
to the
모르겠어.
moonlight garden.
다 지 하고 싶으면만 해.
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while.
피츠도 나왔다.
His room's on
인물이
the
너무
other side.
많고.
He's been teaching
내정지
me about
오진다.
flowers.
So,
새는 왜?
did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that. Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of
피츠와
the
전 오후 대부분
afternoon.
달빛 정원에
We heard
있었다.
this
그러다 어떤 소리를
sound.
들었죠. 소리는
Lasted
3초 정도
about 3
지속됐어요.
seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it. It was like something. I was pretty
금속조각이
sure it was
드릴 박는
coming from
소리였다.
Flora's tower. So we went. The door was locked.
플로라의
Nobody was
방은 잠겨
answering.
있었다.
I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there. So I made Fitz kick down the door. I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
그럼 처음 목격자네?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd
이거
already
울고
been
있었다.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me.
아, 프레야를
She got
양속해서 얘는
First
빡쳤고.
time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason.
아버지도 거기
The
있었다.
three of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind. She took me down to the library. After she was done, she went back upstairs.
That's
and
it?
That's it. Heart of
총
head,
9명
but
나오는
free of
건가, 그러면?
mind. Unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees me. A soul untied. It's hers.
그러니까 이런 가문들 사이에서 프레야가 되게 자유로운 영웅이고 얘가 그 약간 냉혈한이고 얘 다들 얘네랑 이렇게 세 명이서 친하고 얘네 둘이 보부 얘네 딸 피피
That's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects. Always thought that would be kind of good. It's just tedious.
Falls a little short.
Between the lips, a silver spoon, the chosen dwelling of her heart, lost her lip.
This is a photo of Fifi and
피피야, 그래.
Yeah,
How come you're not in it?
당신도
Your
고백하지
friend-
I'm
않나?
not really one for photographs.
사진은 안 맞아서.
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable. Is
충성도.
that Fifi's diary?
피피의
I'm sure I've seen it
일기장인가요?
in her
전에
room.
그녀의
That's where
방에서
we
봤다.
found it.
Have you ever read it? Do you know what's written in there?
Nope. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate me invading her privacy.
I thought you and Fifi were close friends.
Yeah, we are. It's Fifi's gotten kinda impatient.
you
피피가
know
있는지
why?
없었다.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she'd tell
어려서-
you.
Oh, she would. She'd give it to me straight. Probably why I've been avoiding it. I think everybody sees something different.
Did Freya ever tell you what she saw in it?
Not exactly. She said something about it being from a recurring nightmare.
Sorry, but if it was from a nightmare, why would you paint it and leave it in front of your
Maybe
bed?
she wanted to take control of it. Giving something a physical form can make it easier to deal with. Well,
이거는 프레야가 꾸던 악몽이고.
is that supposed to be Flora?
Possibly.
Oh, how nice. Whose paints are those?
They belong to Felix, I think.
야 근데 물감이 빨간 물감이 일단 없었다 했고 조각은.
What was inside?
Nothing.
Huh.
이거요?
Whose paints are those?
They belong to Felix.
이거?
Is that supposed to be
아
Flora?
이거?
Possibly.
Oh, how nice.
Does this belong to you, Poppy?
Now that's not really my style.
어
is
뽀삐
it?
거라면서.
But who else would own a tape like this?
Literally anybody?
이거 보고 저 아빠는 뽀삐일 거라고 했고 이거 보고 피피는 웃었고 뽀삐는 지 거 아니래.
It was my mother's originally.
So why is it?
She just gets the most use out of it. Freya would borrow it too sometimes. Freya would always load up the palette with all the exact colors she was gonna need.
그 생각을
I think it helped
정확히
her zone
팔레트냈다.
out and focus on the actual painting. Like getting all your sheet music lined up before playing a long piece.
Right. So the blob of black paint in the middle.
Flora's dress, yeah. She wears even more black than I do. When I first saw it, I thought it looked like Flora was holding
You
it.
don't think that anymore?
No. It was a
정말
stupid. It was
멍청하시다.
dark. I was in shock.
But it was blood on
정말
the tape. If you
삐었잖아.
hadn't said anything, maybe Fifi.
Exactly.
But we would have missed out on an important
Is
clue.
it a clue? Tell me how it's a
단서라고요?
clue. Nothing about the knife makes any sense. It's
허상이다.
just freaking everyone out. Why is the glass cracked down?
Natural wear and.
No way.
와 진짜
What do
뭐지?
you make of
I
this?
know that's the only harp in the whole of Tangled. I've never actually seen a real.
Maybe it's from before your time.
Oh, definitely.
What about the symbols?
Yeah,
What do you make of this statue?
I know that's the only harp in the whole of Tangled Tower. I've never actually seen a real one.
Maybe it's from before your
Oh,
time.
definitely.
What about the symbols? One of-
Yeah.
So there are 2
Three, 4 follows.
멜로가 내
What's the connection between them?
There isn't one. It was all built by the Remington family. Flora is a Remington, originally. So was Primrose, my mother. She married into the Pointers, and Flora married into the
앉아.
Falls.
앉아
So
뭔
the
개소리인지
fellows
모르겠어
in
근데
the
진짜.
Pointers own the house now?
Flora owns the house.
플로라의
Depending
소리.
on who you ask, that means her husband.
What about your father?
His claim over the house kind of fell apart after my mother.
Where's your mother now?
No idea. Needless
어,
noise
별로 안
from
좋아하는 것
tongues
같은데,
expel.
얘는?
The spoken word, unfit for dealing, stand unblinking in. Foregone. Is it bravery or surrender? Nothing darker than.
All right.
I
Poppy's
wonder what's in there. Oh, thank goodness. There wouldn't want it to be dark in here. Anything in the drawers?
Nothing you need to know about.
That is
I
the
thought
thing.
vampires slept in coffins.
나는 진짜 스토리 이렇게 루즈한 거 보면은 너무 담아. 나 그래서 투더문도 하면서 그 뭐지? 파인딩 파라다이스도 잤었고 투더문도 처음부터 끝까지 못 봐서 나무 위키로 봤어.
This is a vampire who needs firm support for their lower back. Oh, thank goodness. There are 7 lit candles. Wouldn't want it to be dark in here. There's a name. You know,
그랜드 피아노?
a lamp. It is most definitely just a bunch of
To you.
Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. Never realized there are so many shades of black.
Anything in the
Nothing you need to know about.
여기도 퍼즐 있을 것 같은데?
It's a metronome.
아 오케이.
Is it a bomb?
It's supposed. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
다이얼 4개를 돌려서 매니로 하게 해라. 이게 이거잖아. 아 됐다. 된 거 아니야?
Reset the puzzle.
다이얼 4개를 모두 돌려 매니로 하게. 아까 됐었는데 왜 안 됐다 하지? 아!
What do I win?
이거
Not bad.
눌러야 되는구나.
What happened?
Little hatch on
Anything in there?
Part.
아니 이게 생각보다 퍼즐은 너무 쉽고 말은 너무 많아. 그러니까 말은 적고 퍼즐이 좀 어려울 줄 알았는데 퍼즐 맞추는 게 중점일 줄 알았는데 퍼즐이 너무 쉽고 말이 너무 많아. 게임이. 얘는 누구지? 아 얘가 카세트 줬나 보다. 프레야의 방에 숨겨져 있어.
There's something about something.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
하나하나 물어보는 게 아닌가? 그냥 굳이 하나하나 안 물어봐도 되나?
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
아 얘가 피아노
피아노.
치잖아. 피아노.
Sounds an
아
awful
맞네.
lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
흑화했네.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves. Let's take a closer look at this. message on the tape. Nope. The pink cassette tape. That's not right.
최신 무선. 아, 나 이거 너무 해석이 불친절하게 돼 있는 거야. 구글 해석처럼 돼 있어.
The pink cassette tape found at the almost maybe just the pink
아이고.
cassette tape found at the crime.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it. You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up? And then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
호피는 더 이상 그렇게
Poppy
보이고 싶지
doesn't
않아.
want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem...
Maybe.
reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore.
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
시간의
Hold on.
커요.
This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily
전에.
been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the
There's
murder.
one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
그럼 읽은 건 어떻게
I
된 거야?
have no idea.
믿을 수 없어. 아까 거짓말했잖아 너. 믿을 수 없어 이 녀석.
Are they?
Whatever they are, it's like a little parade of...
Oh, whatever it is.
Well, it is. Gotta
What's
practice.
with all the broken glass?
눈에 띄는 금이 있다.
Don't look at me. I
Does anybody else use the music room?
Yes.
네.
I don't know who, but I
누군가 피아노를 만지면 알 수 있대.
Who plays the violin?
It's pretty. So I'm guessing nobody.
Sheet music.
That's a lot of notes.
Probably while they're on the floor. Who is that? And
I'm quite sure that
왜
뭐.
지켜주지?
my book,
what's in it?
pages,
There's something about that diary we found in Fifi. Something.
뭔가
Let's
수상.
ask her about it.
Is
어,
this
얘도
your
해볼 수
diary,
있네.
Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
of course it is mine.
Why is it locked up like that?
You seriously
나왔죠?
require an explanation. Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary.
So, there are secrets written in here?
나도
This
뭐 몰라.
particular
나도 몰라.
diary
그냥
is
대충 봐. 나도
unused.
몰라. 그냥 살인 사건 범인 찾는 거예요.
It doesn't look unused.
It's Fifi's diary, and she
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
This particular diary
It
is...
doesn't look unused.
It's somebody
누구가
else's
얘기했답니다.
How
diary.
could you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
아, 누구 거
We need a
뺏어온
clue
거야?
to compare with the diary. Something to prove who the...
이거?
Let's take a closer look at this.
음.
This blue book is the...
You were hiding Freya's diary in your room, and
Why would I do either of these things?
삐삐의 개인적인 비밀이. 삐삐가 없앤 것은 뒤로 가야 되나? 씨.
Personal secrets. Nope. Fifi destroyed. Almost. Maybe just change.
아, 누구에게 알리고
Fifi
싶지 않은
didn't
것.
want any.
Is this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend.
당신이
But if
뭔가를
you're
숨기려
You did not
한다면
know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. She did her own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to
그녀의
preserve her
결백을
innocence.
증명하기 위해.
Innocence?
Might be easier if you just let us read the diary, Fifi.
Very well. I will open it. However,
열어준다,
as
안 돼?
Freya was the most kind and the most wise person I have ever known.
약간 신적인 존재를 보내 완전.
Alright, Fifi.
Finally. What's in there?
그게 다시 보인다. 이번에는 실제로 나인가? 내가 그렇게 만든 건가? 그 그림을 치워야 될 것 같다. 와, 약간 신봉자고 프레야도 제정신 아니네. 중앙으로 내게는 두 개가 있고 둘이 더 필요해. 중앙으로 가는 길을 찾았다. 하프랑 비교하면 굉장히 단순했다. 그들은 모두 봤다. 다섯 모두. 눈을 모두 까맣게 그었다. 하지만 모든 것에도 불구하고 나는 아직 지켜야 할 약속이다. 나는 최선을 다할 것이다. 그녀에게 동반자가 있어도 좋을. 뭔 개소리지? 선생님 하이. 석조광장. 뭐야 이 4-5분.
Nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I
펠로우도
shall
포인트도
immediately
아니고.
regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
인형? 아 오케이.
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. This is a joke, it's not. Private Detective Hawkshaw.
학샤.
Nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya fellow case, too.
That is classified information between myself and my
아
client.
여기도 탐정이구나.
Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would... It's not in my interest to discuss...
Even if you're one of the suspects in the murder?
Very well. Let us
예외를 두기로 하죠.
ask.
Oh, what are you
뭐라고
doing?
I'm on a
있죠?
case.
How long have you
사건
been at Tangle Tower?
133.
133시간.
5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to now. I shall permit you.
What crime are
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so? As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a
눈에
thin
띄는 거
layer
없었나요?
of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky. Didn't say a word. Although I'm told this is the...
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching
Okay.
it took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state.
Fiona was in the library too.
I expected her to make an appearance.
모습을
And
보이지
you
않았다.
stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library. Sounds of running, wailing, I vacated the
달리는 소리,
library.
통곡 소리.
But before I could begin my ascent, Professor
포인터
Pointer
도수를
appeared.
봤다.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great
이 아저씨도 수상한데
alarm.
어디
He
있지?
told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square.
As I was passing through the front door, Penelope.
She was clutching the banister. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone.
둘이 부부싸움한 건가? 친구님 하이. 왜 지각했어?
I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared.
벨로우 쪽 계단으로
More
사라졌다.
so than at any moment. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that
정원사가 온실을 모르는
was
거겠지?
conspiring.
정원사가 없었대.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled. That much was clear. But sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
당황했다.
Freya Fellow. I perceived her to be the most
굉장히 흥미롭다.
intelligent. Within a day, she had identified for whom I was working. I didn't know how she did it.
프레야가 되게 똑똑한
I
애가
regret that I
본데?
did not question her more thoroughly when I had the opportunity.
You couldn't
I
have.
have only myself to blame for failing.
What signs?
I do not wish to do your job.
조짐이 보였다는 거 보니까 뭔가 사이가 나빴다든지 그런 게 있었나 봐.
Poppy has remarkable. She could be famous, wealthy,
She'd probably have to leave Tangletown.
quite considerably under powers of observation, but she has no
다 약간
ambition.
재능이 있네.
No focus.
예체능이랑 문과랑 그거 아니야?
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely.
10대라고 하기 힘들대.
Did you get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to pay.
I think he knows more than he lets on.
Probably. But talking with him is so quite the stoic statue. I can only dream of being as
You
cold.
think she's hiding something?
Perhaps. She has some strange. I heard she barely sleeps. An hour
잠을
here or
자지
there. Sporadic
않는다.
spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky. Some breed of amphibious. Although none of the statues.
I guess we'll never.
Have you deciphered the meaning?
We're working on
That's
it.
a no then.
어쨌다는 거네요.
These figurines remind me of a case I once turned out to be a bit of a smokescreen.
사실 그건
As these
Your life
연막장치였다.
sounds fun. Grimoire, why
Are
don't
we? Not?
약간 여기서 이것도 연막이다. 약간 이런 건가?
I'd tell him not to quit his day job, but he hasn't got one. I believe that what it was not.
그때는 금이 가 있지 않았대. 금이 간 게 사건이 일어나면서 금이 갔나 봐. 딴 건 안 물어볼게요. 뭔가 시간 낭비 같아서 하나하나 물어보는 거. 이 아저씨한테 그거 물어볼게요. 인형.
Ah, you found what? I had
어떻게
to rush
생각하시오?
you. It turned out all right, though.
이게 임미주야.
What's it supposed to
어디가
be?
땄어?
It's Flora, of course, surrounded
진짜?
by all her favorite people.
그녀가 그녀가 가장 좋아하는 사람들 틈에 섞여서.
I've been carving for a couple of years. I was
2년 정도
hopeless when I
되었다.
started, but it didn't take me long to
그렇죠.
master it.
Do you paint them yourself too?
I do indeed. Yes. Freya kindly taught me the basics.
피피방에
Nowadays,
세척
I
한
can
번만
make just
눌러봐달라고
about
알겠어.
anything I can imagine. Of course, this particular model is a
Hard fact, huh? So, you own a sword, Felix?
Of course. I own a great,
많이
but my weapons are stored well away.
탱글타워에서 아주
And
원본을
safety
보는 거예요.
first, and all that.
안녕. 중고신님 안녕하세요. 피피방의 새책? 내가 잘해주니까 그렇지. 새책? 아
It's
이건가?
What exactly does that
Must. You asked such a
Nice.
stupid. It's an illustrated
It's
book.
been left open.
Or it was left open for
Ever
us.
so slightly unnerving.
아 이거. 아 이거 중고신님 팔로우 감사합니다. 아니야 민수도 착한데 나도 착한 거지. 얼룩새는 놀랍도록 똑똑한 새로 저류 미스티드 중에서도 수명이 굉장히 길다. 다른 새들은 종종 얼룩새에게 공격적인 성향을 보인다. 따라서 얼룩새는 대부분의 생애를 홀로 보낸다. 이 새는 독특한 먹이 섭취 특성을 가지고 있는데 보통 탄초 마미카의 열매만을 먹는다.
Do you know who was reading this
It
book?
belongs to my mother.
어머니
And she
책이다.
left it?
No, my mother has not been.
소재 간지 좀 됐다. 엄마 책이라고 하니까
Something about the-
플로라한테 가볼까?
Let's ask her about it.
가면 되네. 아 깃털인가 봐.
So, this painting. Specifically that knife in Flora's hand.
Yeah, it's creepy.
칼 아니라고
But we
했잖아.
didn't find a knife anywhere in the room. So what's going on?
It's
이건
not
칼이
a
아니-
knife. We need a clue to compare with the painting. Something to explain what that knife... Let's take a closer look at this.
여기 옆에 이거. 깃털.
The painted knife.
됐다.
It's definitely the right shape.
모양은
The book's
확실히
not in
맞아.
color. The
하지만
thing
책에
Flora's
색깔이
holding in
없어.
the painting is red and white, specifically. Is there anything to suggest that the ink dip bird is red and white too?
여기.
This little thing? I don't understand why Felix would make a model of this bird as part of a gift for Flora. And come to think of it, why would Flora be holding a feather in the painting
깃털을
anyway?
하는 거. 보관이라고? 기억하기 위해서?
The ink dip... Almost. Maybe just... The ink dip bird was
She kept the bird as a pet.
Maybe. Maybe it flew away.
Flora spends all her time.
Either way, she kept the feather. I think it was pretty important to her.
All right. So she was holding the feather while Freya was painting her. But where is it now? You'd think she'd keep it somewhere close by.
Yeah, I think this is where Flora usually keeps her feather.
속이 비날.
That we opened it. It's empty.
Mm-hmm. Completely... Flora?
플로라?
She's pointing at something.
It's
but-
just a
아,
pile of
구석에
books.
뭔가를 가렸다.
There's something.
당신을 위한 거예요. 사랑합니다, 프레야. 뭐야, 귀여운데? 플로라 은근
That
귀여운데?
room is a big
I
open...
don't know if you can call
It's more
it the
like-
sudden absence. I like these drawings, Flora.
Is there a reason why you wanted us to see them?
아,
Have you seen them?
답답해.
Do you know who it belongs to?
I really thought
아, 답답해. 아, 바람 걸릴 것 같아. 바람 걸릴 것 같아. 물어보려고 그래서.
These drawings, I'm surprised.
What happened to the bird?
I don't know. Seems
나도
like it.
모르고.
Where did you
it
find
was in the library.
Really? How odd.
피피한테 가볼까?
Freya drew these.
Yeah, I think so.
But
Well, I think it was like a
Like it.
private thing between Freya and Flora.
근데 피피 너무 불쌍하다. 뭔가 사랑 못 받고 자란 느낌이야. 뭐야, 걔 무섭다. 뭐야 이거?
Sally, don't move.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big. Is anyone going or shall we just stand
Right.
around?
Sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy you.
이모
Fitzfellow.
피츠펠로.
And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
You work here.
I don't get. It's just my.
What's the deal with the plant?
Right. Did you see the lake?
여기 호수를
That giant green
봤으니까
and purple lake surrounding the entire. Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a
그
byproduct.
색은 부산물이에요.
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do
당신에게는
with
유혹하지
plants?
않다.
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals, anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like condense it,
멍청한
as
사람에게
if you were
설명할
talking to
때처럼
Our lake water causes the
예측할 수 없는
unpredictable
DNA의
alteration of
변형을
DNA.
일으켜.
alteration? Like
That'd be
mutation?
the official term. For us, it's normal. Just
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
no. I'm just the gardener.
전 그냥 정원사입니다.
I was in my greenhouse, watering,
제 온실을
And
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
꽃을
Did
보는 걸
you
좋아하는 것 같아요.
speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And
Let me guess. Water.
물 주고 셔츠 벗고.
did anything happen to you yesterday?
당신에게 아무 일 없었습니까?
I was up in the rooftop
전
garden.
옥상 정원에
It was quiet.
있습니다.
And then
조용했죠.
it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have, but it didn't sound.
인간의 것이
We
아니었다고?
thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We.
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
아, 루즈해. 아니 창문 열어서 창문. 지금은 기지개 변환 중. 그냥 후딱후딱 넘기고 혼자 하면 재밌을 것 같은데 뭔 개소리인지 모르겠어요. 재밌어? 나도 남이 하는 거 보면 재밌을 것 같아. 남이 하는 거 보면서 넘기면서 하면 재밌을 것 같아.
Fitz's room is unlocked.
This could be interesting.
근데 또 이렇게 하다가 갑자기 끝나면 또 너무 허무할 것 같아. 개 깨끗하네 방.
It's a little handmade card. Inside it says, "To Fitz." From
That poor plant.
Looks pretty
healthy. I think it would rather be outside.
an empty glass.
Looking at
Why?
it, I don't know.
Doesn't look soft.
Hello.
있다.
Not hidden.
Doesn't need to be. It's a combination, sort of.
여기다. 아닌가? 딱인데? 아닌가? 이거 아닌가봐. 딴 건가봐. 이건가? 아닌데? 이건가? 너무 아닌가 이거는? 아 이건가? 아 이건가 보다. 물방울 모양? 여러 개인 것 같다고? 아. 아, 그렇네. 뭐지? 제일 큰 부분을 이렇게 하는 건가? 맨 오른쪽이 왜? 아, 이거라고?
Nothing.
Maybe if you move the paper around, you'll find.
아. 또 딴 모양 만들어 볼게. 아래로 보는 거.
Still
I
locked.
think the lines drawn on the paper correspond.
종이에 그려지
It's
뭐라고?
like there are 4 ways. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, but with.
그래. 내가 맞춰줄게. 이거 아까 했던 건가, 이거는? 했던 거고. 여기 이렇게인가? 됐다. 위로 하는 거. 이건가? 아, 이건가? 됐나?
That's done it.
Neat. Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. That's kind of ominous.
어? 피피랑 얘네 둘이 사귀나봐. 아, 씨발.
It's locked.
I thought we were halfway.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Nothing.
The tiles have all got that same.
모두
Those
같은 태양
moon
표식 있다.
symbols in the slot.
Maybe they're connected.
연관이 없을 수도 있다. 해가 지고 달이 뜨고 뭐 이런 건가?
Nope.
Maybe the
So where is
information
it?
somewhere else.
아, 정보가 없다고? 정보를 찾아야 하나?
Let's
정보가
come
없긴
back
하잖아.
once we. No.
그럼 물어볼까요? 피피랑 쟤네한테? 아, 위층 올라가 볼게요. 열렸으니까 일단 가볼게요. 교수다 이거 펠로우
There's
교수.
something kinda. I just expected a
Oh,
bit.
does it not compare to all the other? Let's at least introduce.
Always a good roll.
Shh, listen.
잘
Do you
들어요?
hear them? The
들리나요?
stars. So
별들이 쏟아지고
quiet.
있잖아요.
What are they whispering about? Are they spreading rumors about us?
I shouldn't think they concern themselves. We are, but
Could the speck of dust start by telling me his
you
name?
find yourself standing in this
Seems like this
펄시벌
tower belongs
펠로그.
to the Pointers, and the other one belongs to the fellow.
well observed, my Tangle Tower
알아봤어요.
is something of a
이중성을
meaningless
가진다.
boundary. They exist.
Helpful.
우리의 머릿속에만 존재한다. 유용하네요.
Me?
별로 말할 게
And of
없다.
course, father to my
And if
Oh,
Happy
no,
아버지.
that's just. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars.
Just a little hobby.
sounds like you're quite well known.
아,
You
아니,
must bring in a good
이상해.
amount of
진짜
money.
사이코들 왜 이렇게 많은 거야?
Oh dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of. Nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but working to translate its
우주
message
해석가다.
so that I may share it with.
Cool. Tell the cosmos I say.
The day began as any
이러고
other,
있어.
with blissful, unremarkable routine. I took my usual morning walk around the garden.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope
다른 사람
and Fitz were in the
없었나요?
greenhouse
네,
together. I
옐로페와
didn't bother them,
피츠가
of course.
눈치를 안 끼는
I
것
sat
같다.
for a while besides the pond in the
정원의
garden.
문문 옆에
It's a
한참만
favorite
있었다.
spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in
Did
my...
you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear,
For
naturally...
how long?
I can't say.
아,
I've been
몇
known
시간이나
to lose
그냥 보내는 걸로
hours at my
유명하다.
telescope.
Did you
근데
see
이랬는데
anything?
범인 없고
No
그냥
actual
자살일 수도 있는 거
discoveries, if
아니야?
that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the
릴리님은
last to
스팀
find
게임
out
맞아요.
about such a thing.
보통
But a curious
때라면은
tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower.
펠로우가
Later that
탑으로 이끌었다.
I was at my telescope
너
for the
씨가
majority of
대부분의
the
망원경
evening.
앞에서 보냈죠.
But at one point, I returned to my desk to look for
아이고 소희 사랑님
couldn't find the book
이랑구
I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it.
구독
I left my tower and headed down towards the grand hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked impatient and slightly frustrated.
구독
Same as ever then?
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door
Y1년
was locked, but
1년이라고
I could hear shouting
알려드립니다.
coming from inside.
아이고 소희
I
사랑님
recognized
일량 구독
Fiona's
너무
voice as
감사합니다.
well as the voice of my own
고맙습니다.
daughter. I had no
대박님
desire
바이.
to invade their privacy by eavesdropping. So
근데
I
얘네들
waited for them to
진술에서 뭐
finish and come out
서로
into the hall.
달랐던 건 없잖아
Before
지금.
I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona.
아닌가 이때
It
얘
was
또 둘이
apparent
병
that
갔다
both
했다
of them had
했었나?
already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room. Flora and Fitz were already there. They both looked stoic as ever. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me. And
야
we both
근데
went
이거
back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
삐삐가
Why did you
보복
leave so
살인?
quickly?
그건 아니겠지.
Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
뽀삐
Don't
뽀삐
take this the wrong way,
좋아하는데
but the whole ordeal is fellow family business. I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a
아
time
뭔가
like
내
that.
범인 없을 것 같아. 범인 없고 그냥 뭔가 기묘한 일이 있었던 것 같아.
Oh, you
Steady
found
on. It's just a
it. Looks like a weapon.
야
A
이거
very old.
이거
I
물어보자.
recommend you leave it. The poor fellows in bed. Curious creature, some sort
Playing
of
a trumpet.
play.
울었다 했잖아. 그
You know,
뽀-
I've always
뽀삐가
wondered
자기
about those.
버리고 플로라한테 간 게 플로라 존경하다가도 빡치는 거지. 자기는 그럴 수 없는데.
A
I
mechanic.
would look at.
Wait a minute. Earth in the middle.
지구가
Sun on the
중앙인
outside.
에 태양이 밖에
How
있어.
old is this thing?
이게 달이야? 뭐야? 다 채우는 건가? 그림자를 없애는 거라고? 그림자 다 채우는 거 아니고? 없애는 거야? 그림자를 없앨 수가 있나? 저 채우는 거 아님? 아 모양 맞추기인가? 아 여기 이거 모양 맞추기인가? 아 그런 거 같다. 이건 좀 어려운데? 다시
Reset the puzzle.
됐죠? 이렇게 하면은 대충 이런 모양이고 긴 게 이쪽인 것 같은데? 좀 맞는데? 맞았다. 잠깐만 이거 맞는 것 같은데? 이건 것 같아. 됐다. 됐죠? 잘하죠?
That's the one.
Hey, not bad. Did you hear that?
There's a little hatch underneath? What's in there?
A bunch of paper. Looks like somebody's research.
황금 닭정벌레. 황금 닭정벌레. 황금과 약 90% 동일한 강물로 구성된 외골격을 가졌다는 데서 유래는 수면이 수년에 이른다. 쉬익거리는 큰 소음을 내어 95dB 이상 기록. 포식자를 쫓아내고 잡아먹힌 경우 완전히 소화하지 못하게 한다. 이 미스티드에 얽힌 미신이 있는데 발견한 사람에게 불행을 초래하는 다소 비논리적인 평판을 가지고 있다.
So, what's up with this golden beetle?
I can't help you. I think it must be
도와줄 수 있는 게
something left
없다.
behind by not the first scientist to ever walk these
Well, it
halls.
wasn't in the halls. It was in your astronomy tower.
무서워. 근데 저런 사람이 이렇게 하면. 왜 본인이 하고 있는 거예요? 지금 사서 하고 있어?
It's tidier than the notebook.
So, even the most well-used notebook started.
It's tidier than the notebook, isn't it?
So, even the most well-used notebook
처음에
started.
깨끗해.
It's tidier than the
So,
notebook.
even the most
그치야?
well-used.
It's a chart of which planet? Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmos.
장치?
What?
It's large.
You're not
이게
wrong.
뭐지? 큰 장치.
A spyglass.
They're in very good condition.
It's too cloudy.
It's also daytime.
왜 저러고 있을까? 뭘 보고 있는
Yeah, it's
걸까?
too cloudy
알고
to see
보면
any
막
stars right
옆방
now.
이렇게 보고 있는 거 아니야? 막 플로라 이렇게 막 토상화 그리고 있는 거 막
It's also
풀어보고 있는 거 아니야? 저래 음흉하게?
What is it?
It's large.
You're not wrong.
망원경? 세 장! 한번 봐볼까요?
Every astronomy
I
tower.
want to try.
야 진짜네! 플로라 보고 있는
You can see
거네!
Not by
I can
accident.
see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the backside. I can't really see anything behind it. Not from this angle. You can see right.
Not by
I can see Flora, but behind her is the backside of the easel holding Freya's. Can't really see anything. I can just about see the ground. I can see the doorway. The door itself is on the floor.
야 그럼 얘도 목격자일 수 있는 거네. 얘도
Great.
범인이 아니어도 목격자일
It's
수도
that
있는
little
거네.
plant.
Don't you think
아
it
여기서
falls
보다가 살해당한
in
걸
the
보고
wind?
놀래서 뛰쳐나간 거네. 근데 놀래서 뛰쳐나갔다 했잖아요.
Maybe it's glued down. Is that a window?
I think
Is
it
there
is.
another room?
We should check that next time we're over there.
오 투수꾼 예리한데.
Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope? I'm pretty sure you
I
need.
can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
There's something about
Wow.
something.
Let's ask him about it.
와 투수꾼들 예리하네.
So, Professor, what interests you about us?
It's not a matter of being. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it can.
And how long?
된지 얼마나
have you
I
됐죠?
really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient?
Why do you ask me these things?
I have a theory about you.
Oh, go on.
You're not really
전혀
interested in
관심
this.
없어요.
What could you possibly?
I think you're interested in a slightly.
황금 딱정벌레.
I don't have time for time. My studies focus only on the inconceivably
원고에
large.
Right.
집중돼 있습니다.
That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes. My little portal into another world.
미친
Yeah,
새끼
About
같아.
that. The crime scene was nope.
이거 아니야?
That's not a. We still need to choose two.
Pointer's telescope was actually
Okay.
looking at.
아 진짜
the
이거 솔직히
crime
서수는
scene
솔직히
and
이거
not
해줘야
at the
되는 거
sky.
아니었냐 진짜? 서수는
First
어떻게
you
했었지
accused
이거
me of
진짜.
being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of what? Spying?
Are you spying?
Why would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
프레야.
It's you. It's a very precious specimen, incredibly rare, valuable in ways you could never understand. Freya was always
프레야
sneaking
본거
around,
같은데?
both towers and in the gardens too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room. Around the. Did you witness the crime,
범죄를
Professor?
목격했습니까?
No, I didn't. When I looked
봤습니다.
into the room, Flora was already.
Flora? You mean Freya?
프레야.
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle.
프레야는 전혀
That's why I
보이지 않아.
decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
어 뭐야?
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
Freya was definitely.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Maybe we should go back and check.
그래도 뭔가 이제 좀 풀리는 느낌이 나서 좀 괜찮다. 뭐야 이거?
This wasn't here.
What is it?
It's a little wooden toy.
There's a
What
note.
does it say? Grimoire?
그리모? 제 새로운 친구입니다. 음악을 좋아줘. 메타몽인데? 단순한 선녀는 그의 영혼을 감동시킵니다. 둘에게 행운을 빕니다. 유리판 밑에 어두운 잉크층이 있습니다.
What do you think?
How?
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya's diary?
Good idea. Hold on.
Well,
It's a perfect match.
뭐야?
it's confirmed. We have a ghost helping us.
Let's keep this to ourselves for now.
What about the little wooden toy thingy?
그러니까 프레야가 죽었는데 어떻게 한 거지? 누가 흉내 내고 있나 봐.
Maybe we can put it to some kind of use.
아니 프레야가 안 죽었는데 죽은 척하고 지금 탱글타워에 반란을 일으키는 건가?
I'm still not
Should
sure.
we take another look?
이거 그 개가 왔다 갔다 한 거였는데?
Let's come back.
개가 왔다 갔다 한 거였는데 약간 모양이 챕터. 걔 어딨어 금방? 걔 어디 갔어? 걔 죽어서 어디 갔어? 걔 어디 갔어? 걔가 없어졌어.
Should we take another look?
Let's come back later. It's full of the same.
Any fish in there?
Not a single.
Although it's a cassette. Or it used to be.
뭐야? 아브레인크는 알아볼 수 없다. 여기도 뭐 있는
It's
거?
full of the same.
Any fish in there?
Not a single.
It's a cassette. Or it used to be.
아 이거 악마 모양. 뭐야 이거?
It's full of the same.
Any fish in
Not
there?
a-
It's a cassette. Or it used to be.
딴 데 가볼까요? 얘한테 물어봐야겠다. 뽀삐.
Is that a gardening?
Yeah. I.
Really?
뭐 뽀삐랑 사귀는 사이 아니었어?
This
제
is...
거예요.
No, well, yes, it was. I gave it to Freya
예전에
about a year
프레야
ago.
What was on it?
Nothing. It was blank.
Any idea how it ended up under?
Maybe someone wanted to destroy it, but got really late. I think everybody sees something.
Did Freya ever tell?
Not exactly. She said something about it being...
일단 페넬로페 이 방 다시 가볼게요. 새들이 있는 방.
They're bird cages. But the birds are coming
Is that a
up.
metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
My little writing desk.
There's nothing written in the book. Although some... Check out that book. Wow.
아직
Judgment.
좀.
My little writing desk.
There's nothing written in the book.
And especially.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
장식이 되어 있는 무거운 의상 안에 있는 밝은색의 새신말.
Bird diagrams.
They're beautiful. Someone really knows.
Oh, just beautiful. What?
Huh?
어머머 아름다워.
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
그
Sorry?
하프에 있는
Your
모양인데
hair,
그
dear.
순서를
What
모르겠어요.
shade do you use? It's
그
lovely.
개 모양이랑 돈
That
똑같은데.
shape. You're really pushing the envelope.
Oh. I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend.
Oh, you're the detective. Penny Pointer. Pleasure.
펜이
Is that
보인다.
short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it. Penelope sounds a little ostentatious coming out of the
Penelope.
mouth, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah.
20-something. Aquarius.
20대
Love to
물병자리.
Travel. Where to?
Anywhere at all. Ornithology, they call it.
And-
But of course. Where else do you think? No matter where I go, I always...
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him,
사람
to
때문에.
admit, but I suppose I can't bear...
교수 아니야
Who
교수?
are you talking about?
Oh, don't you know?
결혼한 사이
My
아니야?
fiancé, dear
어?
Fitz.
피즈? 아
He's
페넬로페
not
피피가
really
포니
traveling
그
delicacy.
포피가 아니고 팬이었어?
Fellow.
The very one.
You're engaged to a member of the fellow family?
그런가 봐.
That's interesting.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our 2 families. Fitz and I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether. I awoke early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's always there. Crack of dawn.
How come?
It's where he's at, and he has a great deal of work to do every day. Watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Oh, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
뭔가
So,
부러뜨릴 거다.
you stayed with Fitz?
No. In the early afternoon.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary to feed my birds.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially 4, but in truth it's more like 400.
아니야.
Can they not feed
눈 감았다 뜬
themselves?
거야.
Of course. And they often do.
종종
But
자기들끼리
I
먹어요.
think they just like the company. As do I. Sometime in the evening,
그치.
I
아,
left the
내용이 너무
aviary and
루즈해.
headed back towards my room.
계속 똑같은 얘기
But
또 하고.
In the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was
아니
muttering
그러니까
something.
약간 뭔가 이 사건이 있으면 좀 감정선이 이해가 돼야
The grab
되는데
was empty by the time we got
감정선이
there.
이해가 안 되잖아. 너무 특이한 캐릭터들이라서.
Who was loitering over by the library.
너무 특이한
I don't know what it
캐릭터라서
was, but
되게
she looked
되게
very
아
lost.
뭔가 조금만 다듬어도 더
I
진짜
inquired
재밌었을
about
것
the
같은데.
professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower. I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too.
좀 다 진수는 다 맞는데 얘도 여기 갔다가 왔잖아.
He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terrible. A moment later,
안 되겠다. 뭐라도 씹어야겠다.
Poor Freya.
오징어 가져와야지.